Dear students, welcome to the fourth unit of engineering metallurgy, that is heat treatment of steels. So today we will start with heat treatment of steels. In unit 3 of engineering metallurgy, we have learnt iron carbon phase diagram and various phases which are existing on iron carbon phase diagram. In this slide, I have shown the iron carbon phase diagram, which includes various phases on it, such as alpha phase, that is ferrite, gamma phase, that is austenite, delta phase, that is delta iron or ferrite, and Fe3C, that is cementite. Cementite is also called as iron carbide. And from the figure, it is clear that iron carbon system shows maximum solubility of carbon in iron as 6.67%. Let us start with heat treatment of steels. What is heat treatment? Generally, various metallurgical processes that involves heating and cooling of steels, and generally heating is done in furnace so that the environment is in controlled condition. The heating process should take place slowly in order to minimize the distortion of steels. It is performed to effect structural changes in a material, which in turn affect its mechanical properties. Various heat treatment processes can be applied to steels, such as quenching, annealing, normalizing, tempering, surface hardening, etc. What are the objectives of heat treatment process? In the slide, I have given various objectives of heat treatment process: increasing hardness, wear and abrasion resistance, and cutting ability of steel. Resoften the steel after it has been hardened by other heat treatment or cold working. Adjust its mechanical, physical or chemical properties to obtain desired microstructure. To reduce or eliminate internal residual stresses in steel, as internal stresses lead to premature or brittle failure of the component. To induce controlled residual stresses in steels. To decrease or increase the grain size of steel. To produce special microstructure to increase the machinability and to improve the corrosion resistance of steels. All these or some of these can be the objectives of heat treatment of steels. Let us start with the fundamentals of heat treatment process. It starts with the transformation products of austenite. We know that in iron carbide equilibrium diagram, austenite is a metastable phase which is existing above 727 degrees Celsius. It has been observed through iron carbide equilibrium diagram that austenite does not exist at room temperature conditions. Generally, it gets transformed into different phases based on the cooling rate. Following are the transformations observed during cooling of austenite phase. First one is perlite, second one is benite, and third one is martensite. Let us start with transformation of austenite to perlite. The transformation of austenite to perlite starts by the formation of cementite nuclei at the austenitic grain boundary. Please see the figure. In the figure, I have shown austenite grain and its grain boundary. This is a schematic representation of perlite formation by nucleation and growth. In this transformation, the carbon diffuses from surrounding austenite to the cementite and the growth of carbide begins. As carbon diffuses, the adjacent austenite is depleted in carbon and transformed to ferrite. With transformation of ferrite, there is rejection of carbon from the ferrite region. This results in formation of additional nuclei of cementite. Because of alternate formation of cementite and ferrite, the cementite can only grow away from the boundary of the original austenite grain in platelets. Nucleation and growth of alternate plates of cementite and ferrite occurs at several points along the austenite grain boundaries. This forms the perlite colonies of alternate parallel plates of cementite and ferrite. These perlite colonies grow until the entire austenite grain has been consumed and become a perlite structure. So this is shown here in various steps from figure 1 to figure 5. This is the microstructure of perlite. The microstructure of perlite includes a white matrix of ferrite, which includes thin plates of cementite, which are black in color. So light phase or white phase is ferrite phase, and dark phase or black phase, that is cementite phase. Let us see the second transformation. Second transformation is transformation of austenite to bainite. So please see the figure in the slide. The figure represents the formation of bainite phase from the austenite. Generally, below the temperature of 500 degrees Celsius, the ferrite nuclei start precipitating at the austenitic grain boundary. General temperature which is considered here is 500 degrees Celsius to 550 degrees Celsius. If the austenite is rapidly cooled below 550 degrees Celsius temperature and held isothermally, the structure or a morphology formed is not a lamellar, but it is a needle-like. Bainite phase is formed in this case. The bainite is an extremely fine mixture of ferrite and cementite. So here this figure shows the microstructure of bainite. There two types of bainitic structure are seen. One is upper bainite, other is lower bainite. Next one is transformation of austenite to martensite. If the austenite is cooled at very fast rate, means athermally, then the morphology or the structure form is known as martensite. The microstructure appears like a rod or needle type, which is generally referred as martensite. Rapid quenching of austenite to the room temperature often results in the formation of martensitic phase. Martensite is a very hard structure in which carbon is in solid solution with austenite. Ideally, martensitic reaction is a diffusion-less transformation. The reaction begins at a martensitic start temperature. It is also called as M suffix S, that is MS temperature, to martensitic finish temperature, that is MF temperature. Let us see the another slide here. Here in this slide I have shown martensite start, that is MS temperature, as well as martensite finish, that is MF temperature also. Atomic structure of martensite is also shown, where the carbon atom gets embedded there in iron atom. Martensite is a supersaturated solid solution of carbon in iron, which has a body-centered tetragonal structure This structure is in distorted form of BCC ion. Generally, this type of transformation is known as diffusion-less transformation. There will be no opportunity for carbon atom to move or to diffuse out of atomic structure. Hence, the carbon gets entrapped in the atomic structure in the form of BCT, that is body-centered tetragonal structure. Let us see how the microstructure of martensite is seen under the microscope. So next slide. This slide shows us the martensite structure when seen under the microscope. So it shows some rod-like structure in its microstructure. So this is generally known as the martensitic structure. Let us move further.